Okay. I decided I wanted to go back to playing Judgment, so we're going back to playing Judgment.
The Tojo clan is struck by Kyorei clan gunfire. Kamurocho's disarray only spreads wider. On the surface, the diagram resembles a Yakuza turf war. But in the shadows are glimpses of a construction firm and political influence. And in Yagami's own shadow, the mole's sharp claws claim yet another victim.
I did find out this game only has 12 chapters, so this makes a lot more sense at the pace it's going.
What do you mean he's dead? Didn't you just say everything would be okay?
Stay calm, Sari-san. I'm just as shocked as you. But I think the mole is responsible.
Have you contacted the police?
No, not yet.
You should do that right away then.
Do you think you could make the call, Sari-san?
What?
I need time to check things out before the cops show up and take over. Please.
Yeah.
Thanks. Hey. What the? Uh-huh. Hey.
He was shot in the chest. Shintani called it a few hours before his death. Who is he talking to?
We received a call from the Genda Law Office.
You got here fast, Detective Kuroiwa.
Shintani, huh?
Yeah.
His name has been coming up a lot lately. He's the reason Hamura walked, after all. Perhaps you couldn't stand his newfound fame so you often?
Huh?
I heard you two weren't exactly on good terms.
Do you greet everyone by accusing them of murder? Guess that's just how cops like you operate.
Forensics will be here soon. We will need you present as a resident of the property. After that, we'll need some time to investigate.
How long?
You'll have to find somewhere else to stay tonight at the very least.
I don't have money for that.
Yet you can afford bribing a cop. Ayabei sources aren't even that reliable.
Don't know what you mean.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
Yeah, sorry. I had to wait around for the cops to get here. Is Genda-sensei still at the office?
Yes. He wants to talk to you about Shintani, as do I. Hoshino too.
Okay, I'll head over now. See you soon.
Are they gonna be like, how could you kill him? I'd be like, why would I kill him? And if I was gonna kill him, I wouldn't literally just kill him in my office and then call and tell you that I found him dead in my office.
And stay down.
Because what would the point of that be? it's very obvious they're trying to get Shintani thrown, the Yagami thrown in jail. Whoever did this.
What a waste. Just for doing this. Really, guys?
Because it logically doesn't make sense for it to be Yagami, even like if you think it's like if you think about it for like 2 seconds.
What a waste. Shit, I'm too
Yagami-san.
At least you don't die.
know you've had a rough night, Yagami.
Saori-san was having trouble getting in touch with Shintani, so I decided to give him a call myself, see what the deal was. But when I dialed him up, I heard the phone ringing in my closet. Shintani was killed the same way as all the others.
The others? Do you mean his eyes were...
Gouged out, yeah. But Shintani's beef was with the Kyorei clan. Why would the mole target him?
I'm not so sure. It sounded like he knew something when you talked earlier.
Right.
Think this is some kind of Yakuza pissing contest, do ya? Come on! The mole is way bigger than you know.
He probably knew more about the mole than I did. Maybe they killed him to keep their secret safe.
But why did he have to put Shintani-sensei's body in your office?
Not sure. Maybe to harass me? Maybe to scare me off their trail? Maybe both.
Yagami,
Hmm?
you might want to lay low for a bit. It's not safe for you here. Get out of town. Go somewhere quiet. If the mole comes after you next,
Right.
you know, get out a good head on his shoulders. But he didn't have the
Yeah.
guts to succeed when push came to shove. Even so, he looked up to me. Guess I took it for granted.
When I first joined, Shintani-sensei was...
Thanks for this. Come on, Sari-kun.
Sure.
Feel free to stay here tonight, Yagami.
I appreciate it.
What about you, Hoshino-kun?
I think I'll work a little more before I head home.
If you say so. Good night.
Good night, boss. You've been here way longer any...
Sure, let's...
Well, it's about...
What do you want to talk
Yagami-san.
about Shintani-sensei?
I know you just told Genda-sensei you're gonna lay low, but that's not true, is it? You want to keep hunting down this killer.
And if I said yes?
Don't worry, I won't tell Genda-sensei. But in return, I want to help you. Look for the mole, that is. I won't slow you down. I promise.
Looking to avenge Shintani, huh?
He wasn't as strong as he let on. The tough guy act was a mask he wore to hide his insecurities. Deep down, he was just weak. That's why he was going along with Hamura. Not because he wanted to. I mean, who can say no to a Yakuza? And now look how it turned out. I was sitting right next to him this whole time. Yet there was nothing I could do to help.
He's a good boy.
You know, I'm still young. I don't even know what kind of lawyer I want to be. Criminal? Civil? Not the slightest idea. But I know one thing. I don't want to be the kind of lawyer who sits on his hands after
Is
his
that
friend
Joe
gets
Zija?
murdered.
I don't know.
Which means...
Are you sure about this, Hoshino? Genda-sensei told me to lay low. If you're seen helping me...
Don't worry about that. I'll defend myself in court if I need to. Now, Yagami-san, do you mind if I tag along?
You'll just tell Genda-sensei if I refuse, huh?
Yeah, you got that right.
Not much choice then. Welcome aboard.
Glad to be working with you.
Well, let's get down to business. First off, I want to know what Shintani was doing before he died. And I have some evidence that may tell us just that.
The phone.
Shintani dialed this number earlier today. I want to know where it goes.
Right, that makes sense. It's a good thing the killer forgot to take Shintani's phone, huh? This way we can see who he was calling.
The killer didn't forget. Even if the phone was gone, we'd still be able to get Shintani's data from his provider.
Really? I had no idea.
Yep. I bet he left the phone so I'd find the body quicker.
Huh?
It is.
I mean, he went through the trouble of hiding it in my office of all places. Probably wanted to cause as much chaos as possible, you know?
Hey, the number got a hit in the search. It's apparently for the, Advanced Drug Development Center?
What the hell?
What, do you know it?
3 years ago, there was a pretty famous murder there. A patient was killed, and their body dumped in the mountains. And the man they arrested for it was named Shinpei Okubo.
Okubo. Wait, he was your client, wasn't he?
Yep. He's the guy who
Worked as a
killed his
contract
girlfriend.
laundry man for the center. Every 2 or 3 days, he'd stop by to pick up their dirty linens. According to the police report, it was thought he carried the body out in a bundle of sheets.
Right. And you defended him in court and won. But then he got free and...
You can
Killed
stop
his girlfriend.
But why would Shintani-sensei have called the ADDC?
I bet we'll find out if we give them a ring. But it's getting late. You should go home.
Yeah, we can start fresh tomorrow.
Oh, right. There's an arcade called Charles up on Park Boulevard. That should work for now.
Okay. I'll let Kaito-san know.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Just Camelier just decide whatever the hell he wanted to say, skip town. I like how the game's pretty much yelling at me for railroading the story.
Hmm?
This is what I'm annoyed by. Like, literally, like, the game's just like, hi, let's do this random bullshit that has nothing to do with the plot.
Hmm? Excuse me.
Madarame calling card. Wow, you're blitzing.
This is Yagami.
Yeah.
Must we?
More guys.
Let's finish this!
Yeah.
Yagami-san.
Hmm?
I wasn't even like losing to the guy when it said that I failed.
Yep. Excuse me. Huh? Hmm?
Blah 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 blah. I don't. Oh my god.
Excuse me. Not a wise choice.
Nice. Nice. Nice.
And stay down.
Okay. Good afternoon, Jose. He's gonna be like, "Why are you telling people this is a hangout?"
Sugiura.
Kaito-san told me you'd be here. Don't forget about me next time, yeah?
I wish you'd fucking forget about me. Is there a reason your little gang needs to keep meeting up here?
It's so nice of you to let us use your store, Higashi-san. Especially when you're clearly so opposed to the idea.
Don't...
It's okay, Higashi-san. I think we all know you're nicer than you let on. Hell,
Damn, and you're braver than you look, Hoshino-kun. You got the skills to back it up?
just a third-degree black belt.
Huh.
Not that I've ever had to use.
Well, I'll call this meeting to order.
Sure. Masamichi Shintani of the Genda Law Office has been murdered. Given that his eyes were gouged out, it's likely the mole was responsible, and I'll need all of your help to track him down.
The ADDC, huh? Weird time for that to come up again.
Again? It's come up before?
We can talk about that later. What's important now is Shintani called them before he was killed.
I think I remember them being in the news a lot last year. Something about a new drug that could win a Nobel Prize.
Yeah, here it is.
The ADDC's research into AD9 has now been published in one of the world's leading scientific magazines, leading to the gathering of reporters from both Japan and abroad that we have here today.
It's a brand new dementia drug. They call it AD9. This was right after Director Keto from the ADDC published his paper on it. They're still undergoing clinical trials on larger animals, but apparently every single mouse they've given it to has made a full recovery.
Now with
The man giving the presentation here is Dr. Ryusuke Keto, a world leader in neurophysiology and the primary researcher on AD9.
He's the one who showed me around the center when I was looking into Okubo's case. Guess he's been the director for a while now.
From what I can tell, the Ministry of Health is increasing the ADDC's budget to hasten the development of AD9. They're even adding another building to the center. It's a huge project.
Damn good deal they've got.
I'm still not getting it, though. Why Shintani go and call them?
That's what we're about to find out. And there's only one way to do that.
Come on! Can't just take a man's phone.
First off, we'll need to figure out who Shintani was calling.
Yeah, but how are we gonna do that over the phone?
By calling the
Suppose that all
number.
depends on your acting skills, Detective Yagami.
ADDC, front desk speaking.
This is Masamichi Shintani. I'm a...
No.
Could you put me through to the same person?
Do you know the...
Oh,
why don't you just tell me what the call was about?
It was about the A patient of yours was...
You're...
Nope, I'm...
why don't I connect you?
Sure.
Please hold.
Doesn't sound like you...
Thank you for...
yes?
It seems our publicity department...
I see. No way this happens over the phone. It'll be faster to...
You think that's...
Not sure, but I know the director, remember?
I'll come with you, Yagami-san.
Okay, me and Nagashi will go check out what's going on with the Matsugane family. Shouldn't be tough with Hamura out of the picture.
Hey, I don't remember saying I was gonna help you.
By the way, Yagami-san, whatever happened to that guy from 3 years ago? Shinpei Okubo.
He's in the detention center. Been there since they gave him his death sentence.
Have you ever gone to see him, Yagami-san?
No. Why would I? Why do you ask anyway?
I don't know. I was wondering what he was like. The case got tons of news coverage, you know. I was also wondering what you thought about the case. I mean, did you really think that he was innocent?
Probably.
But then he walked. Killed his girlfriend. You defended him for that too, yeah?
Yeah.
Did you believe him then too?
He kept saying the same thing. How he could never have killed anyone. But... I didn't believe him, no. Fighting for him in court made me sick to my stomach.
Do you think he deserves the death penalty?
That's enough of the questions, Sugiura.
Woof. My bad. Was that too far?
Nah.
If you say so.
Yagami-san? You're heading to the ADDC now, yes? I'm gonna grab a taxi for us.
Your gloves are also red. Why don't we name you Ketchup? That's funny. It's kind of insane that they literally made a Persona 5 stage play. I don't care.
Over here, Yagami-san. I have a
Give me a stage play for 3 and 4 too. That's like 100+ hour RPG. How?
I've heard a bit about this place before. But the ADDC, isn't it just one part of a larger organization? If I recall correctly, they call it the Medical Institute. Is that accurate?
Yeah. They own every last inch of this campus.
It's incredible. Even with all these buildings, they're still getting budget to expand from that new drug. So? Is it the same as you remember?
Yeah.
Huh? Don't go too far ahead, Yagami-san!
What are you all shaken up for? Calm down. Just stick with me and you'll be fine. Got that, Yagami?
Yagami-san! Try not to just ditch me, okay? Is something wrong?
It's just... After 3 years, it still looks the same.
Huh?
Almost like time itself has stopped.
Yagami-san.
Come on. Front desk's over there.
Do you have
I don't, sorry. We're here to talk about a murder that took place in...
a murder?
A coworker of ours named Shintani. He was the victim.
We have a record that he called this center before he was killed.
Huh?
We're hoping you can help us track down exactly who he spoke to.
I'm very sorry, sir, but I can't provide such private information.
Well, could I at least talk to Director Kido instead? He's an old friend of mine. Just let him know Yagami stopped by to say hello.
I don't think that'll be necessary. Look over there.
Oh, the director's there.
Gentlemen, I really don't know what else you want from me. I have nothing more to say. I've told the police all that I know.
Yeah, I know. Sorry about all this, Director. Problem is, my partner here won't give it a rest till he sees the scene of the crime. But I'm sure we'll be leaving soon.
That's not what we agreed upon. You know this isn't about how long it takes.
And what about Okubo? I take it he's still not fessed up.
No, not quite as of yet, sir. But we all saw where the body was. Exactly where he said it would be.
quite true. Not much point in fighting this now. The Minister has made it clear that he wants it resolved soon as well. Just look at how much trouble one contractor has caused.
Sorry, which minister? I didn't know about this, sir.
The Health Minister. It's all his call how much funding we get.
Director, if I may, if you would just direct me to the scene of the crime, I could head over there myself. I'll be out of your hair in no time, I assure you.
I'd rather you didn't wander on your own. So instead, she can show you. Terasawa-kun. These gentlemen here are Shintani-sensei and,
Yagami.
It's a pleasure. I hope I can help you find what you need.
Well, with that, I'll be taking my leave.
Thank you again, Director. Apologies for all the trouble.
This way. I can show you how to get to Waku-san's room.
Who's Waku-san?
The guy who died in his room?
Oh, yeah. And you are... Terasawa-san, huh? Wow, you're young. And a looker to boot.
Can we keep this professional?
Huh?
Nice
Why are
try.
you in church,
Shintani-sensei?
Not the friendliest girl in town, huh?
We're not exactly welcome guests here.
After I busted my ass to pass the bar, I always figured I'd have my pick of the ladies.
Right this way. Straight ahead is the ADDC's general ward. Waku-san's room is on the 4th floor.
Why are they giving us this flashback? This is such an awkward time for a flashback. They're literally just sitting in the lobby, waiting to speak with the director.
This was the room assigned to Waku-san.
What's down there?
That's the research wing, where they develop all our new drugs.
Oh.
You can't get in without a gold key card, though.
Gold, huh?
I suppose because it's the heart of the center's operations.
Huh. Sounds like it's a whole nother world back there. Come on, Yagami.
Before he died,
And when was he admitted?
2 years ago, with Alzheimer's.
Some kind of dementia, right?
Alzheimer's is a neurodegenerative disease that leads to dementia, yes. In fact, it's the cause of almost 70% of all dementia cases.
So, they're one and the same, kinda? Anyway.
Hey, has anyone else slept?
Nobody.
And Waku-san was missing from his room.
That's right.
So, he was...
I can't say for...
What the? Window sealed shut. Suspicious. All the rooms have wind. Seems like people would notice if something was going on in here.
Well, we only have so many employees in this ward. The halls stay fairly busy, but it's mostly dementia patients moving between appointments.
I see. I wonder...
You got all you need from here.
I think so. All the rooms seems...
Well, the hall...
You can definitely see what's going on from out here. Shintani-sensei, can you lay on the bed for me?
I guess so. It was a joke.
So from this vantage point, you can't make out the person's face.
So, was this the colossal waste of time I knew it'd be?
Nope. I got something I'd only get from being here.
Does it matter? It's been days. Shinpei Okubo is guilty as hell.
Well, according to him, he's not.
Of course that's what he says. You want to review? You want to review? Whatever you
Oh, you have to fucking...
All right.
Don't care.
We'll need to take an elevator.
Follow me.
If all this is so important, why couldn't we just had like a prologue in the past? Like, why does this matter? Why do we have to be doing this right now? Like, I get it, Shinatami's murdered. Like, I get it. Just... Why do you have to waste time on this flashback bullshit?
Hey, Yagami. Your criminal suits are a constant test of your conviction. They don't even...
Careful who you...
Look, take it from me.
You'd make it out with no problem if you put a body into your truck down here. It's quiet.
It is.
Hey, Yagami, check this out. These are the carts they use to collect sheets and linens. Day of the crime, Okubo was all over the hospital with one of these things. Would have been simple for him to sneak a body in there and cart it right out.
Maybe so. Where was Okubo parked on the day of the incident?
Oh. The truck was parked here, with the back facing the elevator.
I see.
DNA evidence from the victim was found in the flatbed of the truck. That's proof enough that the body was there. And when they confronted Okubo...
When was Waku-san last seen?
Just before 8 a.m. on...
Yeah. 7:50 to be... He claims he saw him nice and...
I see.
I tried to get an appointment, but they shut me down.
They're not willing to make an exception this way.
This isn't an issue you want to push, Yagami.
All right.
That's right. Breakfast is at 8 o'clock, so the patients who can walk on their own gather in the break room. But on the day of his disappearance, 8:30 came and went with no sign of Waku-san.
You thought you'd find him quickly.
Right.
Got that, Yagami?
I don't...
What we know is, Waku was taken out of his room sometime between 7:50 when he was last seen, and 8:30 when everyone noticed he was gone. During that 40-minute span, somebody suffocated Waku and stuffed him into the laundry bin. Nobody suspected there was a body in the cart. And the only clear culprit was Okubo, the man in charge of the laundry. To further back this up, DNA evidence from Waku was found in Okubo's truck. Then when the police questioned Okubo, he confessed to burying the body in the mountains of Okutama. 3 months after the crime, Waku's corpse was finally found. With me? This thing's airtight, Yagami. I know you're getting into this, but come on. Just give it up already. You don't have a chance.
Even though Okubo says he's innocent, I promised him we'd do everything we could.
Not my problem. You shouldn't make promises you can't keep.
Fine, then I'll do it alone. You don't have to be involved.
Even if I'm
sorry, but our client says he's innocent. I can't back down from this.
If you like.
You don't mind?
Oh my god, this is such a waste.
Yeah, I've seen... Just now, we went to the ADDC. Thought I should have a look at things with my own eyes.
And? How did it go?
There's no chance you walk. You're practically a lost cause.
Hey.
Yagami-sensei, is that what you think?
It's like this, Okubo. You tell me you're innocent, and I'll fight to the end. I really have nothing to lose by helping you out.
It's just like I told you. Whoever did it is framing me.
They give me something to
On
work
the day
with.
of the crime, you were in the general ward at the ADD, starting at 8 a.m.
Yes.
And after that, you covered Wakusan's nose.
That's not true. Wakusan wasn't there when I went into his room. I didn't see him at all that day. You have—
And I do. So when you went down to leave the center at 10 a.m. after gathering the linens, you realized there was a body hidden in the truck.
Yes. That's what happened.
Then, after debating whether or not to report the body, you chose to hide it in the mountains.
I had a criminal assault on my record. I knew the police would have suspected me if I went to them.
Aren't you forgetting the bad blood?
Huh? Bad blood?
3 days before the murder, Waku-san claimed Okubo-kun here punched him and stole his wallet. They told me all about it at the center.
When did you even ask?
While you were busy chatting up Terasawa-chan. Even if I bitch about it, I'm still damn good at my job.
Well,
not quite. They call it delusion of theft. It's a symptom of dementia. You think something's been stolen from you, then blame the first person you see. Not the easiest thing to deal with, right? Someone accuses you of theft for no reason? Must have been a shock.
Yeah, it doesn't mean
So
he
when
would kill him.
Waku-san tried to hit you, you just about hit him back.
But I didn't hit him.
No, you murdered him.
I wouldn't kill a man over something like that.
Ah, I wish I could believe you, pal. Come on, Okubo-kun. You got a record of violence.
It wasn't me. I swear. Please, you have to believe me.
Calm down.
Yagami-sensei.
I do.
Okay.
Fine. I can take a hint.
Hey. You know, that sounded like she was worried about you.
I don't know.
So Shintani just left you hanging, huh? He's gotta learn some damn patience.
Maybe so.
Huh.
Yagami-san, have you seen Mafia?
Where's this?
She's just not. I suggest—
Right.
You mean that she's got said he'd...
Hey, regardless...
Yet?
Why?
Mafia-kun's a prosecutor, right?
Can we not do this?
Either way, guess Yoko...
That's the plan.
What is your plan here?
Well, I'm working on that. There's one piece of evidence that still bothers me.
Yeah? And what's that?
Take a look at this. It's the hospital room the victim was staying in. This is the last place Waku-san was seen before he disappeared. At the time, the witness would have seen Waku-san from this angle through the window in the door, but the cabinet here would have been blocking his face.
Uh-huh.
In other words, there's room to argue that the witness never actually saw Waku-san to begin with. It might have just looked like there was somebody in there. Or maybe the killer set it up to look that way.
And how would that impact the trial?
Well, the premise that the victim was still alive at 8 o'clock would no longer be on the table. Meaning, the crime could have occurred during a much wider time range. With that in mind, we could claim there's no proof that Okubo took Waku-san out of the room.
Right. Not bad.
What the hell's your problem?
Was that Shintani?
I think so.
Get back here!
That bastard. Oh, was eavesdropping on you.
What the hell?
I tried to stop him, but he pulled a stun gun on me.
Hey! What?
Oh my, we're really doing a chase in the fucking... in the flashback. Like, why?
Hold up! You... Terasawa-san?
Let me...
We got a groper out here? Scum of the earth! Not on my watch, you son of a bitch!
All this better come back and be relevant. Like,
Can all lawyers fight like that?
Did you really need to run away like that? I assume you came to see me.
There was something I wanted to talk to you about, yes. But I wasn't sure if I should. Then that pig-headed friend of yours started shouting, so I just lost it.
Okay, but did you have to tase him? Not that he didn't have it coming. Anyway, I'm listening if you want to talk. No matter what it is, I'll keep your secret. Anything you tell me will fall under client attorney privilege.
Well, you know the witness who last saw Waku-san? Said he saw him sleeping in his bed.
Uh-huh.
Well, that witness is a man by the name of Shono-san. He's one of the scientists at the ADDC. Not only that, but he's the director's right-hand man, too.
And this is him?
Yes. He's a very but something felt off when I heard what he had to say about the incident.
And what's that?
I guess I'm just skeptical as to whether or not he actually saw Waku-san. I don't think he's intentionally deceiving us, but he may be mistaken somehow. And if I had to guess, I'd say the other nurses feel the same.
Still, why hasn't anyone mentioned this until now?
How could we? Nurses talking about a doctor behind his back? That's not something a nurse could do without consequences. And if it came to a courtroom testimony...
None of you would testify?
Maybe the other nurses wouldn't, but I would. I never really fit in over there anyway. Besides...
Yeah?
I think Okubo-san is innocent.
Oh, really? Sounds like I've finally got an ally on my team.
I'm currently employed as a researcher at the Advanced Drug Development. Part of our research consists of clinical tests we perform on patients in the general ward of the center. On the day of the crime, I was making my usual rounds through the ward.
And what time was that?
Around 7:50?
You're sure?
Yes. The patients eat breakfast at precisely 8 o'clock. I always head to the break room myself.
This break room to be...
That's correct. Our more mobile patients. Then, while the nurses help the patients eat, I ask...
And on the day of Waku-san's disappearance, you passed by his room before going to the break room?
Yes.
And in that room you saw...
Yes.
Can you describe the situation?
The door has a window.
And this is the room you're referring to?
That's correct. From where I was standing in the hallway, I could see Waku-san lying in bed. He was asleep, with a blanket covering most of his body.
And what time was that?
Around 7:50.
No further questions.
Yagami-sensei, why did you call her to the stand?
She actually asked to testify. Is that a problem?
Not really.
No.
Terasawa-san, you were present for Shono-san's testimony just now, yes?
Yes.
And what is your opinion on that testimony?
For a scientist, I felt his wording was rather imprecise. And as a medical professional, I felt his actions were negligent.
Could I ask you to be a little more specific?
Our witness, Shono-san, claims he saw Waku-san sleeping in his bed during his morning rounds. However, there's no way he could have known that just by looking in from the hallway.
I have evidence supporting Terasawa-san's testimony. Please look at this. It's a photograph of the victim's room as viewed from the hallway. In other words, this is what Shono-san would have seen when he checked in on Waku-san. The murderer was already hiding in the room.
What are you implying?
He then killed Waku-san after Shono-san left. After that, he used a laundry cart to carry the body down to Okubo.
But there was only one person seen and that's Okubo. Are you saying he really is the culprit?
Huh?
Please.
Sorry, our witness, Shonos. However, I'm not...
I don't understand.
Take a look at this.
And this...
well, it's... Take a look at...
And this...
well, it's an important...
I don't under...
Please look, it's a... In other words, this is... Shono-san was lying when he said he saw Waku. Excuse? What he saw from the door was likely nothing more than a bulge of sheets. He couldn't have been able to identify it specifically as Waku-san. So to claim as much in his testimony seems like quite an exaggeration, don't you think?
But common sense would dictate otherwise, would it not?
The staff nurses are trained to always enter a room when checking in on a patient. In Waku-san's case, it's impossible to tell anything just by looking in from the hallway. There was actually one time a while back where we thought he was under the covers, only to find Waku-san eating in the break room a second later. And upon re-examining the room, we realized that we had mistaken a bunched-up pillow for Waku-san.
The witness makes an important distinction. The prosecution asserts that Shono-san's testimony is clear, that the victim was taken out of his room at some point between 7:50 and 8:30 in the morning. They claim that because of this time frame, the defendant must have smuggled Waku-san's body out in his laundry bin. But if Shono-san's testimony is invalid, as the defense asserts, we have to consider the possibility that Waku-san was taken in the middle of the night when nobody else was around. After which, the killer could have waited until the morning to plant the body in the defendant's truck. In other words, the defense establishes that there is reasonable doubt that Okubo-san is the killer, rendering the prosecution's central argument unsound. Your Honor, taking this new testimony into account, I'd like to call Shono-san back to the stand for cross-examination. Shono-san.
Yes?
I'll get right to the point. On the day of the crime, what did you see when you looked into Waku-san's room?
I saw...
And did you get a clear look at his face?
I don't remember.
So it's possible that it could have been someone other than Waku-san in that bed. Or maybe even a pillow that you mistook to be Waku-san's body. Isn't that right?
Objection! The defense
Okay, it's my fight's going to be tough.
Sustained. Please rephrase the question.
Shono-san, can you say without a doubt that Waku-san was in that bed when you checked on it?
I don't think I can, no.
Then the defense
Aha!
rests. But I do have a quick remark for the prosecution.
Huh?
The charges against my client stem from your assertion that he's the only possible suspect, assuming the crime took place within the stated time frame. However, the defense has proven without a doubt that Shono-san's testimony is unreliable, establishing reasonable doubt for my client. I would suggest then that you withdraw the charges against my client. With such inconclusive evidence, you'll only be wasting the court's precious time.
The prosecution does not consider the witness's testimony inconclusive. His memory of the incident may be fuzzy, yes.
So, your whole case is based on a fuzzy memory? This promising young man's future is at stake, and you're willing to throw that away on unreliable testimony?
Dr. Shono is a bright and diligent researcher. After watching his own grandmother develop dementia, after paying his own way through medical school, day after day, leading to his valiant testimony here today. If you want to know whether I trust this man, then my answer is a resounding yes.
In other words, because he's such a great researcher, his testimony is infallible. His own admission that he's not sure is somehow overlooked? Is that the sum of it? Because from here, it sounds like you're putting your faith in Shono-san's title, not his testimony today.
The prosecution is not as easily swayed as you think. And you want to talk reputation? What of your client's history of domestic abuse? Six years ago, the defendant broke his girlfriend's finger. The poor girl is still suffering from the effects. And the cause? A minor, drunken disagreement. Now, fast forward to what occurred a few... Waku-san, suspecting the defendant of stealing his... Given the clearly violent nature of Okubo-san here, that alone...
Is something wrong, ma'am? Please remain seated while court is in session. Terasawa-san?
Okubo-san is not a violent person. And he hasn't even had a drink in over 6 years. Not a single drop since the incident.
My court will not stand for this commotion.
He didn't blame Waku-san at all. He knew that the outburst was just caused by his dementia. That it was all the sickness's fault. So there was no reason for him to resort to murder.
Terasawa-san, please.
Okubo-san really is an incredible, caring person.
Please leave this courtroom at once.
You're right that he may be hard to approach, but he's a kind soul, and he always keeps his promises. Okubo-san's not the only person in this courtroom who would be affected by a guilty verdict, either. As a matter of fact, it would break my heart. And even through it all, he wanted me to keep this a secret, not to tell anyone, not even his lawyer, that we were dating. Even though he knew he could have ended up in prison, making sure I was safe was the only thing in the world he cared about. That's just who he is. But when the prosecution has already decided he's a criminal, how could he possibly be given a fair trial?
Man, the helpers really sealed it for...
Outburst wasn't technically admissible, but as the trial dragged on, it hung over the jury like a stone. And in the end, Shinpei Okubo was found not guilty. But only a month after his release, everything changed. The same girl who had so bravely proclaimed Okubo's innocence died by the man's own hand.
It's gotta be a set. It had to have been a setup. It's the only thing that makes any sense.
Something wrong?
No, it's nothing, Vice Minister.
But...
I haven't seen you in about 3 years, Kido-san. I see you're still the director.
You look familiar, but I can't quite place the name. I seem to recall you looking sharper.
I'm a detective based in Kamurocho now. The name's Yagami.
Ah, I remember now. You're the reason Terasawa-kun's no longer with us. Remember, Shono?
Okubo-san was unstoppable. If only my testimony had been better.
Shono-san, right?
Does it matter? What brings you here anyway?
I'm investigating.
There is
a murder,
reasonable doubt.
and I'll need your cooperation with it. Just like old times.
Yes, I see. Yes. Thank you. It does seem we received a phone call from this Shintani-san you speak of.
Do you know who he was calling?
Dr. Shono.
The same Shono-san you were just with?
Yes. However, it's unclear as to what the point of the call was meant to be. Shono was away from his desk at the time, you see, and Shintani-san didn't leave a message.
You have no idea what he wanted to talk about?
None. Shono says he doesn't know a Shintani-san, and sees no reason why he would be calling.
Oh, really?
That's a lie.
Shono and I co-authored the research paper on AD9. Sometimes, complete strangers pretend to be close friends or relatives in order to contact us. Perhaps Shintani-san fell into that category.
Have you heard of the mole murders taking place in Kamurocho, Dr. Kido? 3 Yakuza, each one with their eyes gouged out. It's a grisly business. Shintani was killed in the same way.
I've seen the news.
Can you think of anything tying the ADDC to those murders?
Huh? Look, just what are you implying? Look, I believe we're done here. There's nothing I can help you with.
Please stop! You can't!
Who are you?
Detective Kuroiwa, Kamuro Police, Organized Crime. One of your guests here has information related to the case I'm currently investigating. That would be you, Yagami.
Hmm?
I'd like to speak to you as a material witness to the murder of the lawyer Masamichi Shintani.
Is that so?
The mole's latest victim was the lawyer.
Yeah, they're obviously trying to freaking get him arrested. They're obviously trying to get Yagami arrested.
Brings the case that ruined Yagami 3 years ago back to the surface. A patient was taken from a hospital and found buried in the mountains. Yagami defended the suspect, Shinpei Okubo, and got an acquittal. But 1 month later, he murdered his girlfriend Emi Terasawa with a kitchen knife and burned the remains.
I'd like to speak to you as a material witness to the murder of the lawyer Masamichi Shintani.
Is that so?
I'm Hoshino, an attorney at Genda Law Office. Officer, is this interview voluntary, or...?
It is.
It's your call, Yagami-san.
I think I'll pass.
Excuse me?
You have your answer, sir. You can go now.
You can make this easier if you come now. Next time, it won't be voluntary.
Your empty threats don't mean much to a lawyer.
Can you take this elsewhere?
Too bad he's not a lawyer anymore, then. Your friend's nothing now. Just come along quietly. I'll come back with a warrant if I have to.
I'd like to see you try. Why do you suspect me anyway? I bet you don't even have a reason.
I can come up with a few good ones.
Enough! Get the hell out of my office.
You'll regret this, Yagami. Kuroiwa-san.
You two, out.
Before we go, can we speak to Shono-san for a sec? We need to know why Shintani called him.
Listen, I already told you he doesn't know. Get it through your skull. Now,
He's hiding
please
something from
leave.
him.
No problem. We'll let you get back to work.
This is really getting out of hand, don't you think? I can't believe that detective thinks you're a material witness.
Yeah. I don't know what he's talking about, but what I'm more interested in is how he even knew where to find me.
That's a good point. How would the police know we were here?
Beats me. For now, let's focus on Shono, though. It would be a waste coming here and not talking to him.
Agreed. Let's see if the...
Can I help you?
Actually, I've already been here.
Oh,
Well, not exactly. Where would I be able to find him?
let me see.
Probably need a gold keycard.
That's correct, sir. Just give me a moment.
Actually, never mind. I'll try back later.
Good call. There's no chance Kido-san would let us in.
At least now we know where Shono is.
Yeah.
Suspicious. What the? Suspicious. This leads to the...
The receptionist said he would be in the protein abnormalities lab, right? Huh. Well, I guess that's not on this map.
The research wing. Uh-huh. The service entrance parking lot. All the This is where Okubo's truck was parked 3 years ago. Hey. What the? This goes over to the hospital. Hey. What the? Director Kito's office. Suspicious. This is where we are now. What the? Hey, some kind of security gate, huh?
Excuse me.
Yes, ma'am?
This is one of Shono-san's research.
Oh?
My name's Hashimoto. I can show you into Dr. Shono's lab if you'd like.
Are you sure?
Of course.
Wonderful. Hashimoto-san just happened to be passing through.
Thank you.
Right this way.
I really appreciate this, Hashimoto-san. I'm Yagami.
And I'm Hoshino, from the Genda Law Office. Thank you for doing this.
Oh, don't mention it. I'm glad to help a guest of Director Kito's. This place is so massive, you practically need a tour guide to get around. I hope you're okay with...
So, Hashimoto-san, what kind...
I'm part of the team developing 89. Dr. Shono is the head of that team.
Speaking of...
Well, the AD comes from the name of the center. The Advanced Drug Development Center. And it's the 9th drug our department's developed.
Oh.
It'll be the first dementia-curing drug on the market, right? But there's a lot riding on this one, right? It could finally cure Alzheimer's disease.
That's
Took
right.
3 tries.
Do you know how many dementia patients there are in Japan alone?
A couple
That's the
100,000
paintings
at
one,
least.
right? Like, did it?
Maybe.
Right.
That's the.
As of 2012,
They
we're
changed it in
4.62
Royal
million.
That
to
many?
make it harder.
By 2025, that number will increase to at least 7 million. Potentially up to 13 million, including at-risk patients. That's
Yeah.
1 in every...
Yikes.
However, as a nation, we're already at capacity in caring for these patients. In many cases, people over 60 are stuck looking after their dementia-struck parents in their own homes. Worldwide, it's estimated there will be 135 million patients by the year 2050. In other words, AD9 could save the world. This could be a real miracle.
I gotta say, this is making me feel kind of bad about how we treated Kido-san back there.
Director Kito will go down in history if we achieve this.
I won this time because Yusuke
In
dodged.
3 years. The bastard's really made a name for himself.
Be nice.
Dr. Shono is right over... Well, if you'll excuse...
Shono-san.
Yagami-san? But,
Hey, calm down. I just want to talk.
I can't do that. Kito's...
Is there a problem?
Ah, Ichinose-san.
I've never heard you raise your voice, Shono-san.
Aren't you the guy from the lobby?
My name is Ichinose. I'm here from the Ministry of Health, offering political support to AD9's development.
Kiro-san called you vice minister.
I'm sorry, but
Pretty lofty for a vice minister. You can boss scientists around, but I'm not biting.
So I see.
Shono-san, please. I just need a few minutes to talk. We'll leave right after we're done, promise.
I already told you I can't. Not without Kiro-san here.
I need you to tell me, why did Shintani call you?
Shintani?
This is important, Shono.
Please, I don't! Now get out of here. I'm calling Director Kido.
Do what you want. Just let me ask you one thing first. You seem awfully deferent towards Kido-san. I mean, you won't even talk to me if the guy's not here. So why?
Well, given how much tax money is going into the development of AD9, it's become, as such, the director is being extremely cautious about leaks.
But I'm not here to talk about 89. I need to know why Shintani called you.
And I already told you...
What the?
Kido-san.
I believe I told you to leave.
I wanted to ask about Shintani's call.
About which I already said Shono doesn't know anything.
And I needed to hear that from him, not you.
Enough. Call security.
We were just leaving. Come on, Hoshino-kun.
I'll be filing a complaint with the Bar Association, under the Minister's name.
The Minister? Of Health?
That's right. And he won't tolerate distractions from your ilk.
We literally just wanted to ask him literally a 5-second question.
Shintani-sensei have called Shono-san.
You're being defensive. It's ridiculous.
Yagami-san?
That wasn't the first time I've heard about Minister Kazumi.
Huh?
When was it, though? Who was talking to me about the Ministry of Health? It must have been Ayabe. I definitely remember him mentioning Minister Kazumi. We were talking about how the Kyorei clan ended up in Kamurocho. Apparently, they're being used as muscle for a construction company called the Kajihira Group. A while back, Chairman Kajihira himself was going around, laying the political groundwork for a Tokyo revamp project. And one of the people he met with was Naohisa Kazumi from the Ministry of Health.
Huh.
You'd think he'd go to the Ministry of Land, though. His project has nothing to do with health. What would he gain from meeting Kazumi?
That's true. Do you think it has to do with our case somehow?
I don't know. Depends on what the two of them were talking about.
In that case, maybe our...
Who?
Sugiura-san. He used...
Oh, yeah.
So, you want to know how Kajihira and Kazumi are connected?
Yeah. Any way you can find that out?
Not really sure, but I'll give it a shot.
Thanks.
You're still at the ADDC, yeah? Just give me some time. I'll call you if I find anything.
Oh, Yagami-san. I'm gonna... Apparently, a journalist named Hattori barged into the office.
Me?
It sounds like he's looking into Shintani-sensei's murder, too. Anyway,
You'll begin to...
Nah.
Why?
Too much responsibility for a guy my age, you know?
Oh, you're fine.
I think I make a much better sidekick for now.
Okay. But when that gets old?
I don't know that it will. Being a professional sidekick for the rest of my life sounds okay to me.
I don't care. I don't care.
What's up?
Doc. Chuck.
Huh?
Dude, whatever. It literally doesn't matter. I don't... Why... Chikanishi Alley. I'm getting annoyed at the pacing of this game a little bit. It's got it's got me doing so much bullshitty side stuff, like I'm getting annoyed by it.
Huh?
Hmm?
Chuck.
Hey.
Those two guys talking shit, they didn't like your shirt. How's the job going? Staying out of trouble?
Kaito! Mm-hmm.
Now Tender's just not on the map? Like... Why isn't Tender on the map anymore?
Hey.
Mm-hmm. Huh.
They're nothing but bad things, is all.
Mm-hmm. Talk.
Hello?
Okay, so I walked there just to walk back to Tender, just to walk back there.
Doc.
Nope.
Yo.
Wasn't that digging and dirty? People in saying that Dutch's company does dirty business. They go as far as to make Yakuza look friendly. I just want you to be careful. Like, I just would prefer if the game, like... No wonder why the game's 25 hours. Like, the game feels like it has, like, 15 hours of actual main plot stuff. And then spending the rest of the time on its like random bullshit.
What a waste.
Like, we're supposed to be investigating a murder, and here we are, like... We're supposed to be investigating a murder, and here we are, just like faffing around, dealing with Kaito's like looking out for Kaito instead of like I get development, but like this is side story stuff. This feels like it doesn't really integrate into the main plot, and they're just throwing it in here because they don't have enough. It feels like they just don't have enough to deal with the main plot.
Back to it.
ありがとうございました。
Yeah, what am I like? I can't just sit down at a table, like. I tried like just buying something. And it doesn't progress if I just buy something, so I don't know what the game expects me to do. This is without the fucking drone? No. I don't know what the game's trying to tell me to do. It's ridiculous.
What?
Hey.
Doc.
Kaito!
Yo.
Huh?
Aibo!
Yeah.
Huh?
Doc.
Kaito!
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doc!
Oh, we're actually gonna fight Kaito? Boy, it would have been nice if any of that was voice cutscenes. If they were gonna make us do this.
What's wrong? Show me what you got. What's wrong? Show me what you got. What's wrong? Let's go then. Huh?
You need to talk to point out just how much you've changed.
Yo.
Kaito! Kaito!
Out of the way.
Okay. Oh my god, I literally didn't think it would just... Oh my god.
Hey.
Doc.
Yagami-san, it's Sugiura. Want to meet up and talk Kachihira? Heard of a place called Koi Bride?
Unfortunately, yeah. How do y'all know this place?
Unfortunately, yes.
Just gotta have connections?
I, like, legitimately did not think, like, sure, I guess I should know. The fact that it said instant kill extract meant that it would do that, but, like, I didn't think it would do that.
Guess we're doing this.
These extracts are literally broken in half. It's ridiculous.
Well, how'd it go? Then what's
Fine. You got me. You know that meeting they had? Turns out it was about the ADDC.
What?
Yeah, I could have told you that.
For years now, the Kajihira Group has been secretly planning an absolutely massive redevelopment project. And where were they planning it? This plot of land right here.
That's the ADDC.
Yep. The area around it, too. To be precise, Kajihira wanted all the land belonging to the Medical Institute, which, as you know, is managed by none other than the Ministry of Health.
That's why the Ministry of Health was involved.
That explains why Kajihira needed to talk to Minister Kazami. If they want to go forward with the redevelopment, they'll have to shut the Institute down, including the ADDC.
But is getting just one bigwig on board with the project enough?
It is in this case. Apparently, Kazami was already planning to shut the center down.
Huh?
See, the Institute was created with the goal of addressing Japan's aging population problem. Too many seniors, not enough babies, all that. But for the past 10 years, the money's been going into a black hole. People even call it a tax scam. I mean, they're not wrong. Management's just a bunch of crusty government types.
I see. So if the Minister of Health says the time's up...
Bye-bye, ADDC. Hello, giant plot of land.
Wouldn't that reflect poorly on Kazumi, though?
Maybe, but I doubt he'd mind so long as he got a nice kickback from it. And that's exactly what Kajihira put on the table. I'm sure it was enough to cover the damage. A big ol'... On top of that, Kajihira bought up all the land around the center years back to avoid rising prices.
They're not even trying to hide it.
Yep. But as luck would have it, it just wasn't meant to be. One day, Kajihira's redevelopment project suddenly got flushed down the drain. Something happened, preventing the ADDC from closing. And it's all thanks to this guy.
Kido and his 89 research.
Yeah. You don't just shut down a dementia drug that could change the world. So Kazumi started singing 89's praises to anyone who'd listen. And you know how it ends.
Yep.
The ADDC stayed in business, the money kept flowing, the research kept going. Kazumi brushed the whole deal under the rug.
Pulled it right out from under Kajihira.
Yep. Guy must have lost billions in the process. Wonder what that feels like. I'd guess he's not too happy with his 89 business.
Right. How'd you get all this anyway? I literally asked you today.
You want to look behind the curtain, huh?
What?
It's not that impressive. It was all published online last year. It was a pretty gripping article, but they couldn't substantiate their claims. Everyone wrote it off as tabloid nonsense.
I think they might have been right.
Why?
The piece is by Koa Hattori. And he's an asshole.
You know him?
Yeah, we go back. And apparently he stormed Genda's office today looking for an interview.
Huh? Doesn't that mean you can ask him yourself? You better get a move on.
I guess I'll have to.
You asked.
That's quite a lowrider you got there, friend. It's quite a lowrider. And it's just like that one car. Oh, well, it disappeared now. Just really funny. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break. I will be right back. Okay.
Oh, hey, Yagami-san.
Satori's still here?
No, he actually left a while ago.
Oh yeah? You really did scare him off then, huh?
More like he couldn't handle Saori-san staring into his soul.
Love Saori-san.
Who can?
By the way,
Mafuyu.
I came to offer condolences for Shintani-sensei.
That's not the only reason. Tell Yagami-san straight.
Right.
She was like, that's not the only fucking reason you're here. Don't lie.
Something you needed to say?
Yes. Well, Izumida wants to take you in, Yagami-kun, for Shintani-sensei's murder.
Does he? A detective by the name of Kuroiwa said I was a material witness, too.
What is going on, Yagami-kun?
Hey, I could ask you the same thing.
Just to be sure, you didn't do it, did you?
Me? Kill Shintani?
Yes.
Of course I didn't. How could you even ask?
I'm a prosecutor, remember? Doubting people is my job.
So why does Izumida suspect me? Does he even have anything to go on?
I'm not sure.
Really don't like me, huh?
I don't think they can charge you with a murder on the grounds of not liking you, Yagami-kun. Well, either way. But if anything comes up, feel free to get in touch. If it's within my power.
Thanks, Mafuyu.
See you later.
did Sugiura-san end up finding anything?
He did. Apparently, Kajihira was trying to get Kazumi to close down the ADDC.
Wait.
He wanted to use the center's land for his redevelopment project. But then the AD9 research came out and threw a wrench into things. Kajihira lost a lot of money.
Wait a second. That means he's connected directly to the ADDC.
Yep.
According to Hattori's article, at least.
Hattori-san wrote about it?
That's why I stopped by. I wanted to ask him about it in person.
So he hangs around when you don't want him, and then when you need him, he's nowhere in sight.
That guy's the worst, seriously. Hello?
Yagami-san, it's Sugiura. Did a woman just leave that office you hang around in?
Oh, you must mean Mafuyu.
Oh, I didn't know her name. She's pretty, though.
Wait, does that mean you've been following me?
I'll tell you later. I'd worry more about all the Yakuza tailing Mafuyu-san.
Huh?
Yeah, it's like 4 Yakuza. Maybe more. What should I do? We should do something, right?
I'll be right there. Where are you?
Head straight to Theater Square once you're down. And be quick about it, yeah? I can't take them all by myself, Yagami-san. You coming, Yagami-san? Where are you?
I just left Genda's office. How's Mafuyu?
Fine for now. But maybe not much longer. Those Yakuza are getting closer by the minute. You've got to hurry, Yagami-san. Are you there, Yagami-san?
Got it, thanks.
She's got even more Yakuza on her tail.
Are they on her about some Yakuza?
I haven't figured that.
Yo, road's closed, pal. You're Yagami, yeah?
I don't have time for this.
Afraid that's not your call. We've got an appointment with the lady prosecutors.
What?
You heard me, asshole. Now step the fuck back, or else!
Yeah, no. Nice.
Damn it. Who are you? And why are you following Mafuyu?
Don't think we're giving up that easy.
Yo, need a hand talk?
Kaito-san.
I'm kind of bummed you started the party without me, man.
What the hell?
Not a second too late.
Mafuyu-chan?
Handle it, please. See ya.
I get it. You guys are tailing Mafuyu-chan. I can't exactly let that kind of shit slide, assholes.
Can you hear me, Yagami-san?
I'm coming.
Safe. Oh, I don't know if I can take him on my...
Got it.
Hurry, okay? Watch your back, Yagami-san.
Huh?
All four...
Got it. Keep an eye on Mafuyu for me.
You guys are jerks.
Yeah, so was I. Right. Hey! Hey, what are you? Let go! Get off me! Let me go! Shut up!
Kidnapping a DA?
Get back.
Why? Let's go!
Huh? Hold on a minute.
Yagami, you're going down!
He's like, they're so hilarious. I love it.
You okay?
Yeah, I think so. Who were they?
Not a clue. I'm only here because a friend tipped me off. Kaito-san helped too. Don't forget to thank him later.
I don't understand, though. Why would the Yakuza come after me?
Sorry, give me a second.
Are you okay, Yagami-san?
She's okay, thank you.
Glad. By the way, I'm tailing that van that tried to nab her.
Great. We'll need to figure out where it was going.
Right.
Hello, Izumida-san? This is Fuji.
Oh yeah, Yagami-san. I recognized a few of them from KJR.
Why would the Kyorei go after Mafuyu?
We might be better off asking them.
No, I need to make sure Mafuyu gets...
I'll be fine. Izumida-san says he'll send some officers over for me. The Kyorei clan is a Kansai-based group, yes? They're the ones who were harassing me?
Looks like it. As for why... I think it was probably to get to me.
Huh?
I got kinda... involved with the Kyorei clan. That's gotta have something to do with this.
What are you doing messing with Yakuza? What is
I
it?
saw them hit you earlier.
No.
I'm gonna make sure this never happens again.
Hmm?
I'll sort this out with those Kyorei guys.
You can't. Don't worry about me, okay? In fact, maybe you should come with me, Yagami-kun. Lay low for a while.
Your carriage awaits. You gonna be okay? I'm sorry, but I can't leave now.
Why?
It looks like the killer we're after now is somehow connected to the murder 3 years ago.
That would mean...
Yeah. Right before Shintani was killed, he tried to contact a researcher named Shono at the ADDC. The same Shono who testified against Okubo in the trial.
That's all you have?
I'm still trying to piece everything together, but I have to keep going until this puzzle is solved.
You know, it's... It's...
Huh?
you...
Hello?
Hey, it's Yagami. I'm free now. Where are you?
Turns out the van never even left Kamurocho. Place called
Honma.
Kaito-san.
Gotcha.
All right, let's do it. There we go.
And stay down.
Use some health, so.
What a waste.
There we go. What a bunch of jerks. Jeez, you want to talk about overkill? God.
And stay down.
Again, you want to talk about overkill? Oh my God.
Doc.
Hey, where are you?
Right out front. Sugiura's here too.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm coming, guys. Relax.
Over here, Doc.
Look, that's the van we tracked.
Right. Does that mean this is another Curie hideout?
Wouldn't be surprised, but are you ready to...
Yeah.
Let's roll. Let's kick their asses.
Hey, do you guys even have a plan?
Don't need one.
What?
Yeah, I don't really care.
Come on, man. All right.
I don't really care. He's like, you guys are freaking nuts. We're like, we're just gonna kill them all. We're gonna kick the show.
Get out, asshole. Can't you fucking read? Wait, stop where you are!
So, this is where you were gonna drag Mafuyu-chan, huh? Who gave the order?
What's it
We want to talk to the big boys.
Yeah, what he said.
Shut it! But fine. If you want to fight, bring it on, asshole!
Okay. Then I shall. Like, bring it on, asshole. Okay. Bet.
What the...
Hey! You're never gonna get any left now!
What the... Oniki! It's Yagami! Huh?
Show me what you got. What's wrong? Show me what you got. What's wrong?
Let's finish
Nice.
You're not getting away! Shit! Let go, asshole! It's got my leg!
There's more!
Just go, Tom! We'll be fine!
Alright, you've got this. Perfect.
Okay.
Yagami! Holy shit! Don't shoot, dumbass! Fucking cowards! Let go of him!
Why would I do that? Another gun? You know those are illegal, right?
Okay.
That'll do it.
It looks like that's it in here. Okay.
Got it.
Is that a first aid kit? That's a tough disease, that's fine.
Perfect. Almost there. Nice. Almost there. I suck at this. Nice. Almost there. Stupid thing.
God damn it.
Nice. Almost there. Nice. That'll do it.
Ah. Just trying to see if I can search for other items.
John!
Told ya.
Trust us next time, man.
Right. Let's get going.
Oh shit!
What the?
Drop something!
Yeah, give me such a badass.
Let's go then!
Such a badass. Is there anything else in here?
am I not surprised, Shioya?
I know how to make an entrance, don't I? It's damn good to see you, Yagami. Crying shame these idiots were so goddamn useless, though. Guess strength in numbers ain't all it's chalked up to be. Pansies. You all trying to get your fingers chopped off tonight? Huh?
You tried to kidnap Mafuyu.
Girls?
You should have just told me if you wanted to fight. Would have been glad to do it at my place. What is it you want?
Well, I've got a little job I need done. You boys in?
What job?
I'm not in the business of being refused, so I needed to take out an insurance policy. That's why I decided to give that girlfriend of yours a little ride.
Fuck off. We would have done it for next to nothing. Almost no questions asked.
We're that desperate?
Damn right. But now this asshole went and hit Mafuyu-chan, so we're never gonna help him, no matter what he says. And even if Tak ends up on board, I'll still kick your ass!
Have a little faith, huh?
A couple of comedians, huh? Fuck it. Looks like I'm just gonna have to bust your
Yeah, fine with me. I have something called the instant kill extract. I'm not afraid to use it.
You guys sleeping on the job? Take him out, boys! Not bad.
Be careful! Now you've done it!
Nice. Treating him like a chump.
Hey, look who it is. Your old buddy Hattori, isn't it?
Great. And who's the old man?
Well, well. Never thought I'd be running into him here.
Huh?
So... you're the ones from the Yagami Detective Agency.
That old man is the person responsible for all 10,000 employees in the Kajihira Group. Shigeru
Kajihira.
So he's the guy.
With the mole's murder of Shintani, the police begin to suspect Yagami and subpoena him. The cases of both past and present become a volatile mix at the ADDC. At one point, the land it sits on had been the target of a redevelopment scheme. And behind that private Kansai-based construction company, the Kajihira Group, and its chairman, Shigeru Kajihira.
That old man is the Shigeru Kajihira.
So he's the guy.
You're familiar with Hattori-san here. He's told me a great deal about you, Yagami-san.
Me?
He even clued me in on the perfect way to get inside your head.
You better not be too...
As I understand it, you two are practically family. The young lady is quite fond of you, you know.
I take it you're the one who gave Shioya the order to kidnap her then? Huh?
Now that I know, the Kure clan will leave you alone. I can guarantee that.
Let me guess. There's a condition?
There's something I'd like you to do. A job only a detective can handle.
Here we go.
A year ago, I set in motion a plan to redevelop a massive plot of land owned by the Ministry of Health.
Yeah, I know.
Sure. Our plan was to take over the entire medical institute. That's enough land there for 3 or 4 Kamurochos. So I struck a deal with Minister Kazami and bought up the surrounding properties for next to nothing. All that remained was closing down the ADDC and the other arms of the institute. But I don't have enough time on this planet to wait for that to just happen naturally. So I turned to a man named Hashiki.
Here's a shot of the man.
At the time, Hashiki was but tempting him to join me was easy enough. But soon we were working together to sabotage the center.
Sabotage?
Yes, he drove out the ADDC's most promising talent and sold their cutting-edge research to rival labs. He performed his part admirably.
Sounds like a real douchebag, if you ask me.
So you're saying you bought off a government official?
Yes, and it was easy. But then, just as the ADDC was on its last legs, something breathed life back into it.
Which was?
AD9. Minister Kazami did a complete 180. He took Kido's side and vowed to keep the center open. That drug ruined the whole damn operation.
And where's Hashiki now?
Dead.
What?
He was beaten to death some 6 months ago.
Somebody murdered the vice director of the ADDC?
I bet it was you guys.
Sure who was responsible. The cops wrote it off as a drunken brawl, and that was the end of it. Yagami-san, I want you to investigate Hashiki's death. I have reason to believe it was premeditated.
What makes you think that? You sound pretty sure.
He was suspicious of AD9. Thought it was all a hoax.
A hoax? But why?
Just when we started talking about closing the center, along came this revolutionary new drug to save the day. The timing was too convenient. That's what Hashiki thought, at least. He was sure that there was more to AD9 that met the eye. So he did some digging, and not long after, he was murdered.
Are you saying Director Kido bumped him off? That's a pretty serious accusation.
If that were the case, I'd still be able to shutter the center. The redevelopment project would begin anew, and all my investments would finally turn a profit. But as of right now, I'm 100 billion in the red.
That's a lot of money.
I can't leave that large an investment on the table.
No wonder you're so hung up.
The ADDC is hiding something, and that lawyer Shintani was close to figuring out what. At least until he got his eyes gouged out. Things are not all they seem to be at the ADDC, and if that's the case, you must want to know the truth too. Yagami-san, that's why I came to you. There's nobody else I could ask to do this.
Hattori-san, Mafuyu almost got kidnapped thanks to you. Anything you want to say?
Chairman Kajihira pretty much kidnapped me, too. Going after your girl wasn't my idea. I was just looking out for myself.
Still feels like you owe us an apology. That guy's the fucking worst.
Hey, shouldn't we roll out of here?
Good point. Let's go. Yeah, name's Hushki. Used to be vice director of the ADDC. Mm-hmm. Murdered in Kamurocho 6 months ago. Sorry to spring this on you, Hoshino. Okay, thanks.
Well, looks like that's it for today.
Sounds good.
Night, boys.
Yagami-san.
What's up, Sugiura?
I was just thinking, teaming up with you was the right call. Should make some progress on my investigation now that Kajihira himself is out in the open.
I wouldn't have saved Mafuyu without you either. Thanks again.
No prob. Let me know if anything else comes up.
Yep, this sure is turning into a Yakuza plot. Even though it's not a Yakuza game. It sure is turning into a Yakuza plot, though. Anyway, I've been live for long enough. I'm going to call it an afternoon. I'll figure out my schedule, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. We only have... The only co-op we have left is the Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon co-op, which you should finish in one of the 2 parts. And then, you know, obviously, as soon as Scarlet and Violet releases, that's the priority. So hopefully we can just beat this before then. Alright, have a good day. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye!